Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Riley's Redzone here with another film breakdown video for the 2021 NFL Draft. And today I'm breaking down the film of two top receivers in this year's class. So let's give a shout out here to Scott Nance for suggesting I do a video of non-quarterbacks and comparing Devonta Smith and Ja'Marr Chase. So as mentioned, this is my first non-quarterback episode for this year's draft. So it's going to be a little different format. It's a little harder to understand the film of a different position and really seeing where they are. So I'm going to try some new techniques. Comment down below if you prefer them or not. But I also want to mention thank you so much for 200 subscribers. We hit that milestone since my last upload, and sorry for the little delay in uploading. I was very busy with school over the past few weeks, but now I'm looking forward to getting some more content out for you guys, and I just can't believe the support you guys have given me over the last year. We've almost doubled in subscribers in a little over a year, and I can't wait to see what's next. So thank you for your support. Let's keep it going, and I'm looking forward to bringing you some content. But today we're breaking down these two receivers. Now I'm going to say this right off the bat. This video is going to be saying who I think is the better player. I'm not going to say you're wrong if you say the other one. I'm going to say who I think is better, but they're two different styled receivers. From the film I have seen already, I can tell Ja'Marr Chase is a physical player, and Devonta Smith is your quicker separation guy. So whichever one you prefer and teams prefer could make a difference. So these two are both very good players, but I'm going to say who I think is better. So let's talk about Ja'Marr Chase first. Ja'Marr Chase is very interesting because he opted out of this year's season. So this year, the draft is going to be very limited on, your intangibles, maybe how fast you run, how high you can jump. Some organizations, I think, draft based on that, but you can't really this year with no combine. There's limited pro days. It's going to be really difficult. So we're going to have to trust in the film. And so they might be going off of what you and I are also looking at. So he's very interesting because he opted out. So we're looking at film that's over a year old. Is he the same player right now? Hopefully. But if you really think about it, it kind of was smart for his sake. If you're looking at the film, he's going to have Joe Burrow, the #1 pick, throwing him the ball versus, like a Miles Brennan. So I think it was realistically a smart decision for him. So this video, I'm going to watch him against Auburn, Texas A&M, and Alabama from 2019. So he opted out. And so I think going into the season, he was the clear #1 in this draft. But Devonta Smith comes in here, wins the Heisman Trophy as a wide receiver, and he deserved it for sure. I watched a few of his games live, like when they were going on. You could tell he could win his team football games by himself. Mac Jones, very good, but Devonta Smith by himself won some games, I think, personally. So he deserved it, and that's really the worst thing that could have happened for Ja'Marr Chase, is for a guy like this to literally win the best award in college football, which has not happened since 1990s, for a wide receiver to win. So I'm going to be watching him in 2020 against Georgia, Texas A&M, and Notre Dame. So a little different, between the two. One opted out, one won the Heisman Trophy. They're different styles of receivers. So I am going to try something new in this video. We are going to, instead of watching all of one game and watching all of another, we're going to be comparing basically each element of play. We're going to be looking at each one, how good they are at short routes, medium routes, deep routes, after the catch, run blocking, different things like that. So what I'm going to do is on each play as well, it's going to temporarily kind of lower the quality of the video, and sorry if that happens, but I'm zooming in to make it more clear so you can really see the player instead of putting like a circle on it. And also it'll really allow us to get a nice clean look at each individual move, because with wide receivers, it's all about your quick movements. How quickly can you make the corner look the other way, move their feet the other direction? So we want to see all those little movements. So I'm going to try zooming in on each one. We're going to show, for example, all Ja'Marr Chase's short routes and all Devonta Smith's. We can compare that element of their game, and then at the end, I'm going to give my thoughts on, in general, the two wide receivers versus each other. So let's get right into it. Let's look at how good each one is at running short routes. Let's start on a 3rd and 3 for Ja'Marr Chase. It's an incomplete pass, but I absolutely love this route from Chase here. You can tell he does a little push off. He's a little physical receiver, gets the leverage on the inside. But what I like this move is that little step to the outside is able to shift the corner's weight enough to make him think he's running upwards, and then he immediately shifts back inside. And if Burrow makes a better throw there, it was behind Chase instead of in front of him, that's a first down. So I love that little stutter step to the right, gets easy leverage. Should have been a first down if Burrow had a better pass. Towards the top of the screen now, another slant route type of thing here, and another example of him just being physical. This one reminds me of boxing out in basketball. He's pretty well covered, but he gets the inside leverage and does not let that corner get back in front of him, and is able to just fight for his position the whole time. Very good job of using his size to his advantage, and makes the physical catch. 3rd and 4, bottom of the screen. I love this quick little turn the direction, but it's an incomplete pass. But I absolutely love how quick he turns his feet. We've seen so far, he's not honestly super fast off the ball, but that's against, I believe, Noah Igbenogany, who was a first-round pick last year. Pretty good coverage at first, makes him look like it's another slant route, which we've already seen multiple times, but that turnaround was beautiful. So if he doesn't lose his feet there, this is an unbelievable route. So that quickness to turn around was very good. Barely kind of got grabbed by Igbenogany there, which kind of shifted his direction. But I really like the quick change of direction from Chase there. Top of the screen versus A&M this time, and another slant route, and keeps running with the football. Another just great route overall. Does that little stutter step to the outside, gets the inside leverage with a little action from his hands, and gets the inside leverage for a beautiful first down. So we can tell right away he's very comfortable with the slant routes, and that little hesitation to the outside really gives enough to get open on the slant. Now to Devonta Smith. This one also against A&M. Just makes it look easy. It's a very simple route, but just gets very quick burst off the line. Easily gets the leverage. He literally just burns past the corner. And nice job by the tight end, honestly, undercutting that corner. So he can't make the tackle, but this just makes it look easy. And yes, this was an easier route, but just the burst off the line here is what you see. He immediately goes the direction he's going, and he's just purely faster. So makes that look very easy for Devonta Smith. 1st and goal, let's count this one as a short route, and it's a beautiful jump ball catch. This would not be an NFL level catch, but he does get the 1 foot in there. Nothing spectacular about the route. It's not terrible coverage in the corner, but just the ability. He's not a huge guy whatsoever. If anything, he's on the way smaller side. He didn't even weigh in at the Senior Bowl, because I think he's going to take the next 3 months to kind of bulk up. But he's able to just jump up there and make a beautiful catch in nice coverage. It's a good throw by Mac Jones. I talked about this in his film breakdown. He does a good job of placing the ball in specific spots, and Devonta Smith is good enough to just jump up there with contact, get his foot in for the touchdown. 1st and 10 against Notre Dame now, and easily gets the advantage and just outruns everybody. I didn't count this as after the catch because he didn't really have to juke anybody. It's more of a short route that he's able to take to the house. He has that ability, but easily gets the inside leverage. I believe that's against Nick McLeod. He's not a bad corner. Definitely not fast enough for Smith, though. Just blows right past him. So easy route for Smith once again. Just gets the inside leverage, and it's purely because of speed. So that was short routes, and I think once again, you can make the case for either. Ja'Marr Chase, I think, will give you more consistency. He nails the slant route. He can move his feet pretty well. Doesn't quite have the speed, though, that I don't like. But if you're really looking at what transitions better to the next level, it might be the physical receiver. But if you're looking at a pure standpoint of who made more impact, it was easily Devonta Smith. He was faster. He literally turned short routes into touchdowns just easily. Just blew past everybody. Now, will he be able to do that at the next level? Not as easily, for sure, and he definitely is on the smaller side. So if he matches up against a physical, fast corner, that could be more difficult, but he definitely made some huge plays for his team. So once again, you can make the case for either of them there. Very different style. Like, you can make a case for either depending on which offense you're running. You know, if you're looking for more explosive, like a Shanahan offense, I think you'd be better with Devonta Smith. But if you're looking for more of a physical guy, then Ja'Marr Chase is your player. So let's look at him with medium routes now. 2nd and 10 at the top of the screen. Once again in tight coverage, but is able to get off of it with a little push off. He's physical, but gets enough leverage. The second he gets open, he's gone. Once again, he is not super fast off the line, but once he gets that advantage, he's not losing it. So nice route. It took him a little bit to get open, but once he did, he was opened completely. Towards the top of the screen here, Chase runs a wheel route, which the whole point of one like this is you can tell the outside receiver needs to distract that inside corner, and he does, and he actually gets a little block on him easily, and it allows Chase to get open. Was it a good route by Chase? Yes, he completed it well. Good footwork on it. But we see it that once he did get the leverage right there, he's gone. And he's also physical there. The safety's coming right there to hit him, but he doesn't get scared. He makes the nice catch. So it was a very good play design, but Chase executed it well. Top of the screen here, absolutely blows by the corner because the corner fell down, but still impressive that he gets that physical at the line and is able to just shake him off and make the defender just absolutely miss. So unlucky for the defender that he tripped, but it was a good physicality from Chase here to get the leverage. And then once he, I mean, obviously you're not going to lose that when the guy trips, but like he doesn't lose the, you know, advantage he has in the route once he gains it. Here's one against Texas A&M where he does that little stutter step to the outside, makes the corner twist his hips just a little bit. You'll see it right there. He kind of starts to maybe turn around, but then he has to go sideways, and then he makes the catch there once again. So if we look at this here, he's running stride for stride, not incredibly fast, but then that little stutter step to the outside is enough. He's really good with his feet, makes a ton of subtle moves to get himself open. Towards the top of the screen now on a 2nd and 10, a beautiful adjustment to a perfectly thrown ball by Burrow. Good to see he can adjust to it. It's kind of a back shoulder here, keeps his eyes open. Once again, did not get very open, but keeps with it and is able to keep the corner out of getting that interception. So beautiful adjustment to the ball there by Chase. Towards the bottom of the screen now, beautiful route by Chase. Gets that inside leverage. Look at the move with his feet. He fakes it inside, then he kind of goes back upwards with a step towards the top and then angles back inwards. This is great route running. It's very crisp. He, as you can see, he gets the inside, then fakes up a little bit, and then gets back in to get the catch. We've seen it many times now. He can easily run the slant, and then he can do things like this. Fake the other route, and then go back to the slant. So, beautiful route by Chase. Great catch. Now to Devonta Smith against Texas A&M, and oh my goodness. What a beautiful turnaround by Devonta Smith. Wow, this is unbelievable. He goes to the outside, and at that point, you think he's going deep, but then he turns back on the comeback here. You can tell he's smaller in size right there, but man, that is unbelievable right there. He gets to the outside leverage, and if I'm a corner, you have to go for the deep route. At that point, you've already given him up, and then he does a beautiful comeback overall. Crisp route running right there. Top of the screen now against Georgia. Inside, a little bit of outside, and goes back and gets the catch. A tough tackle at the end there. But let's see this again. So he goes inside leverage. It kind of cuts off, but you can tell he kind of turns his head towards the outside and then cuts back in and makes a beautiful catch. Once again, a tough tackle there. Got body slammed, but beautiful footwork once again. I mean, he gets the inside, fakes the outside, and he's just too fast. And there he goes up and jumps to get the ball, even though he's a smaller guy. So once again, very quick with his feet and his change of direction. He can go from inside, outside, back to inside within milliseconds, like immediately. 2nd and 7 in the slot now, gonna get open for the touchdown. This one is, he goes half speed. You're thinking, oh, it's got to be a screenplay. He's made run blocking, something like that. Because look how slow he seems to be going. But then he turns on the Jets, and it's too late. He played it too up close. That corner did, and it's an easy touchdown. Once again, just the acceleration is there. I mean, going half speed, all of a sudden he turns it on. He's not even going 100%, and that's an easy wide open touchdown for Smith. Once again in the slot here towards the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Devonta Smith. Let's see it again. Not honestly bad coverage whatsoever. That's beautiful, but it's a beautifully thrown ball by Mac Jones. I'll say that again, and it's enough for Devonta Smith to go up and catch it. He gets the leverage there to the inside, but it's a deep route, so he keeps going up, and then it's just a beautiful high point pass, really. He's quick off the line. Once again, if he could keep going inside, figuratively, if that was like a post route and maybe get over the top, but it's an out route-ish. He's going to the sideline, but he goes up and makes a beautiful catch. Now against Notre Dame, going up, and then once again, what he does in the last one, he goes on the comeback here, gets open, one-on-one with Nick McLeod, and he just stops immediately. That is, look at how fast he just, all of a sudden, he's going, and then within half a second right there, he just stops and turns around. That is insane quick. It's just so fast, moving his feet. So that's just what I see, and he's not all speed to me right now. He actually has some route running versus like maybe a Henry Ruggs from last year. I think he's more developed with his route running right there. So he can stop on a dime and also make that ability to go and stop turn into a beautiful route. Here's another one where he's going, and it's just another chuck it from Mac Jones. High points it again, puts it in the spot only Devonta Smith can get it. He gets the inside leverage. It's a high throw, but honestly worked out for him. Was it picture perfect? No, but then that's why you have Devonta Smith here, able to adjust to the ball, and he goes up and gets it. So he gets the advantage on the route. He's just faster than number 26, but he also can go up and make a catch. He gets the inside leverage, as you can see again right there. He's just quick with his feet, and then he jumps up and makes a beautiful catch. Well, we just watched them running medium routes, and we're starting to get an idea of who these guys are. Ja'Marr Chase is not super fast, but he's very physical, and once he wins the route, it's gone. It's very rare that the corner can win the leverage back. So he's very consistent as well when running routes. It's straight out of a textbook. He's going to give you consistency. Meanwhile, Devonta Smith is a lot more based on speed, but can also be very good at running routes. We saw towards the end there, he's amazing at stopping on a dime and maybe creating a comeback route. He can just move his feet very quickly. He's also, for speeds, very polished at running routes, better than, let's just say, a John Ross or a Henry Ruggs, who we've been seeing get picked really high in the past few years. And he's more developed in that than they have been. Is he as good of a pure route runner as Chase? I wouldn't necessarily say so, but he's very good. And that's where you can make the case for either of them, as if you're looking for a pure route runner, Chase is the answer, but if you're looking for a mix between the two, Smith may be your guy. So for this one, we're only going to look at Ja'Marr Chase for the deep routes because there weren't too many of them, honestly, from Devonta Smith in these games, as well as we've kind of already seen the speed, as he can turn these medium and the deep routes very easily. You know, he can turn these short routes into touchdowns based on his running ability. So I want to see Chase here on the deep routes to see if he can compete with Smith in pure speed. 1st and 10 here, Burrow looking to throw. We didn't get a great angle of him on the line, but as you can tell, Chase did get open, and he does that slight push off to get the leverage. He's open though, as you can see right there, and it's a great throw from Burrow for a huge gain. We couldn't really see on the line from the camera angle, but we can tell he got open easily. But on the other hand, this one is not so good. It ends up in an interception, but this one's more Burrow's fault, to be honest. Honestly, looking at this game, this may have been Burrow's worst career college game I've ever seen, at least from last year. So it's just a bad decision from Burrow. Chase just doesn't get any leverage, and I mean, you can't expect your receiver to get a deep, wide open on the deep route every play. And you'll see it on this next one, actually. Here's a sneak peek, but like, Burrow tries to do this sometimes where he throws to the inside so his receiver can maybe do almost like a back shoulder, but not really, just adjust to the ball, and it just didn't happen here. Great job by 23 to push him to the outside, and they couldn't get anything done on that play. Here is what can happen when what Burrow tried to do works out. It's a beautiful adjustment to the ball. Now, Chase doesn't once again get super open here, to be honest, but it's enough. He can adjust to the ball. He's physical. So, he's 50-50 right there with the corner, but it's easy to adjust for him. He's just bigger than the corner, so he's able to jump to the inside. As you can see, great coverage overall. That's, I believe, Trayvon Diggs, and just beautiful adjustment to the ball by Chase there. This one on the top of the screen just blows by the corner and then gets past the safety to cut for a touchdown. He's faster, honestly, than I thought he was. I think it's when you put him against Devonta Smith, you start to think this guy isn't super fast. But don't get it wrong. He is beautiful on the deep routes as well. It's very clear here. He just gets the advantage. He gets the push off, gets past him, and then a miscommunication from the safety. Easily gets over the top for a touchdown. Beautiful play by Chase. 3rd and 8, top of the screen, gets past him, throwing to the end zone, incomplete. It really was just kind of a bad throw from Burrow. He fakes him to the outside, gets enough leverage right there that if it's a little better throw, he can fit it right in between that window. The route doesn't start too good for Chase here, but look at that fake to the out as if it's maybe like an out route, but it's not. He gets past it, and if it's a little better throw, that's a touchdown. So I really like this play from Chase. We see the footwork once again where he fakes it as another route, but then he gets just open enough at the end that if Burrow throws it in the end zone instead of to the sideline, that's a touchdown. So that was Ja'Marr Chase in the deep route section. He was a lot better than I thought it would be, and I'm going to be honest, this race is so close. So let's see him in the open field. We're going to look at, with the ball in their hands, how good are they. So let's see Chase versus Smith in after the catch. Here's Chase at the top of the screen, wide open the whole play, gets the ball, breaks a tackle, keeps going, first down. Once again, very physical. It's just a little drag route right here. He's wide open the whole play. Honestly, Burrow kind of had his last effort. Chase could have kept going sideways, if you know what I mean. Like, kept going forward for him, but kept going on the play. But it's a beautiful play to keep going. Breaks a tackle, gets a first down. Now against Alabama at the top of the screen. Gets the leverage, beautiful route. Keeps going, fakes back to the other side and gains some more yards. So you could put this back in the medium section. This is his route. Call it the Ja'Marr Chase slant route. He gets open and is able to keep going and then breaks number 2's ankles. Keeps going. If that other defender isn't there to make a tackle, he might be going to the house. So beautiful route once again from Chase, and then a beautiful play as well after to try to keep gaining some yards. Here's one against Texas A&M where he eventually is able to get the ball, has some space, and then he trips, tries to do a little too much there. But I respect trying to gain some more yards, but didn't end up too well in this. So another nice route though to get open, but unfortunately trips in the open field. Now to Devonta Smith off the motion here, looking like a running back, following his blocks, almost getting a first down. He did look like a running back here, really. He's following the blocks, sees the hole, gets through it, almost keeps going, but a shoestring tackle brings him down. 1st and 10 against Georgia now, off the drag route, makes the catch, fights for the first down and gets it. Even with his small frame, he's able to truck a defender and get his team a first down. Makes something out of a short pass. Now against Notre Dame off the bubble screen, making a guy miss. Oh, you're just not going to tackle him. Okay, that's a touchdown. I mean, look at this. He's one-on-one, and it's just too easy for him. He gets to the sideline, stays in bounds, cuts back in, touchdown. It literally is like he's a running back. A pretty good block, but he's one-on-one there. That's what you want when you have Devonta Smith. Easily gets past him. Nobody else there to make the tackle, and he makes a touchdown out of a bubble screen. Well, that was after the catch, and I will say it's pretty clear in that one Devonta Smith excels. But Ja'Marr Chase was once again pretty good. So let's now watch them in run blocking. This isn't as important, but let's just get an idea how physical they are and how they do when run blocking. Starting with Ja'Marr Chase, very physical, good blocking overall, keeps going till the running back is down. Very good block there. Top of the screen here, another good one, just keeps him away from the running back. Very quick, but he engages and doesn't let him get to the running back. Now against Texas A&M, good one again. He's able to allow Elaire to cut in between. That corner was about to win it, but he doesn't give up. He keeps pushing him to the sideline. If he gives up on the play like some receivers do, that's a tackle right there against Edwards-Elaire. But he keeps fighting and is able to keep him away from his running back. Now for Devonta Smith, not as good as Chase on this one, but at least he's trying to block even though he is a smaller receiver. Now towards the bottom of the screen, this is pretty good to see. Keeps going till the end of the play. A good block there. Now against Notre Dame, off the pass, and that was pretty good right there. So if he doesn't make that, that's a tackle for loss, but he gets just enough. It's a great play by the receiver who caught it to cut back in, but at least he tries a little bit to get a block there and doesn't allow him to make the tackle. This one's interesting. Top of the screen, kind of fakes it as a pass. He just runs like he's running a route, which allows 26 to back up, and that allows Najee Harris to get a much bigger gain, and then he blocks to the outside as well, so he can't tackle him. Pretty good job there from Smith. This one's pretty interesting. He's not the guy with the ball. There he is coming into frame and gives a block for Nick McLeod and ends up getting some more yards. So I like to see that he doesn't give up on the play. He's fast enough to run out there and easily gets this guy a few extra yards, not only from running, backing up Nick McLeod, but then blocking him himself. So very good job just fighting for his team even though he doesn't have the ball. Chase definitely had the advantage in that one, but he is a lot bigger, but that isn't too important, but Chase definitely was better at run blocking. So now, since Chase got his own section, here are two plays from Devonta Smith that are kind of different. It's kind of a toe tap, and then as well that he can punt return. So let's look at these two plays. I didn't know where to fit this in, but this is a beautiful toe tap from Smith. This would be an NFL catch. I just can't believe how clean that is right there. To the sideline and makes the catch easily. So I didn't know where to put that in other spots, but I couldn't leave it out of the video. This is great footwork right there to keep his feet in bounds. And as well, this shows that he can punt return, something Chase can't do. He's pretty good at it. As you can see here, he cuts to the left and then cuts back inside and almost keeps going but gets tackled. So he does offer versatility in that matter, that he can actually punt return as well. So that could add to maybe your draft value if that's something you're looking for as a team. Well, we just watched 3 games of each of these receivers, and I need to tell you guys, I'm so torn on this decision. I'm literally making it basically on the spot right now. They're both unbelievable. They're probably both going to be in my top, maybe even 6 or 7 on my big board, to be honest. I think that these two are unbelievable. So when I say one's better than the other, don't think I'm not saying one is a first-round player. No, like, these two are unbelievable. Let's talk about Ja'Marr Chase first. He's physical. He's not super speedy, but he definitely showed more speed in the deep route running than I thought he would. He's beautiful running routes. His slant is maybe one of the best I've ever seen. It's just textbook. It's easy to him. It just comes naturally. It's beautiful. He's very good at running routes. He's takes advantage of the size he has. He's very physical. Devonta Smith popped out to me on tape as a guy who made big plays all over the place. He's super fast. He can stop on a dime. He's pretty good at route running for a speedster. Maybe not as consistent though running pure routes. This is so close. But to me, from a pure film standpoint, and that's what other teams are looking at. Because I'm going to be honest here, there's something that we're missing that would honestly tell me who I think is better. And I may change my draft board based on it. But if we're looking at the film, to me, Devonta Smith actually popped out a lot more. And here's the thing. So when I do these videos, I watch kind of all the film first. You know, pick the notable plays. When I did that, I thought, this is a competition? No, Devonta Smith is miles ahead. But as I watched the second time, and that's where your mind, you have to really look at this, right? My mind caught to Devonta Smith because he makes a lot more impact plays. Ja'Marr Chase doesn't, but he's so consistent. So my gut tells me Devonta Smith is a pure better player. But I need to tell you this. There's been a lot more busts that look like Devonta Smith than Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase is safer. If you're a team that cannot afford for a bust player potentially, don't take Devonta Smith. Take Ja'Marr Chase if you're that team. But if you want a guy who could eventually be possibly one of the best receivers in the league, to me, you go with Devonta Smith. The one concern I have with Devonta Smith is his frame. He is pretty small. Not only his height is smaller, but that's okay. But more so, this dude, I mean, his legs are almost nothing looking at it. Like, literally probably took up about 2 pixels on your screen. I am concerned about that. But here's what I'm not concerned about. He, I think, chose not to weigh in for a reason. He knows that teams will be concerned about his size. And yes, as am I. But I feel like if you didn't have the plan to bulk up a little bit maybe, or just add some weight to you, I think you would have just weighed in general to just get it out the way. If you're not planning on adding any, just go ahead and do that, right? So then teams know who you are. Get the concern out of the way, then you know what it is. But to me, that shows that I think he's going to try to add some weight, and to me, that would add to his player. I really think that if he can keep the speed, but just add a little bit, that he'd be a lot healthier, as in he won't get hurt as easy. But if we're looking from a pure, what do I see in my eyes? Devonta Smith is the better receiver. And I mean, this is so close. If I'm looking at draft prospects right now, I've watched almost every quarterback. I have one more to go, and that will be the next film breakdown episode. I'll talk about this at the end. But I've watched every quarterback, and I've watched these 2 receivers. The only 3 that you could even maybe put above these 2 would be, I'd for sure put Lawrence and Wilson, but then maybe Fields. And if I'm really ranking these, I might go, if we're only looking at quarterbacks and wide receivers throughout the whole draft, obviously I'll need to look at Penei Sewell and all the defensive players, right? I would rank Devonta Smith 3 behind Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. I would put Ja'Marr Chase 4, and then I'd put Justin Fields 5. This is so close. I cannot believe how close this is. So, Devonta Smith, to me, is the better wide receiver. But make sure to keep an eye out soon. I'll be releasing some links so you can see my opinions on all the players. This could change based on maybe what he comes in weighing as, or if anything happens. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry for not uploading it a little bit. I've been very busy recently, but I'm excited to be back on the grind. So, my next few videos, I've still got a few more film breakdowns that have been requested. And if you still have more, comment down below for another one. But next on the docket is going to be a Kellen Mond breakdown. And once I've done that, I will have watched every quarterback in the 2021 draft, in which the next video I make then would be, I'm going to title it Top 10 Quarterbacks in the NFL 2021 Draft, but to be honest, I think I'm going to cover at least 15. I think once I cover Mond, I'll have 16 players I have like a written synopsis on, but I'll have watched all 22, at least of what I can. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.